5 o'clock in the morning.
Ugh.
And all we get to see is the ceiling. It's kind of a
Yeah,
ripoff.
I'm just lying down.
Hey, beggars can't be choosers, Blaine.
I suppose.
You
That
can.
that reminds me of the CouncilCast, which is episode 53, being recorded on September 4th, 2018. The council is now in session with a view of the ceiling, and as with every week, we'll make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit with no background and next to no expertise. All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. We get a thumbs up from the ceiling.
That's
First
amazing.
up.
It's so big.
Can you do a shadow puppet on the ceiling?
Not from that. Oh, yeah. Sure.
No,
we'll count
I
it.
can't.
We'll count it.
Close enough.
I don't know what you guys want from me.
This is
just
perfect.
more of that. First up on our rundown this week is apparently, didn't you know that meat is not meat? Missouri officially defines meat to exclude anything that is cultured and plant-based.
I don't give a shit what Missouri has to say.
The ceiling gives it 2 thumbs down automatically.
Meat's meat, right? Apparently, we don't really have a good enough definition of meat, and I guess all the meat producers are pissed off because of people who make vegan meat, like the Impossible Burger, and calling it a burger. And so apparently we now need to define what the hell meat is.
Well, there is, that driving force behind making plant-based meats indistinguishable from the real thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Although I think that Missouri maybe went a little too far here because apparently they prohibit the use of meat for any product that is, quote, not derived from harvested production livestock or poultry. So by that definition, according to this article, that would mean that deer is not meat, but elk would be. Roadkill is also not meat. And lab-grown burgers are also not meat.
Oh, those assholes.
I feel like that the deer not meat is a glaring loophole.
Well, I wonder if that means that hunters can consider themselves vegan.
I didn't think about it that way.
Genius.
Making a case for vegan burgers with deer meat, with deer not meat.
Maybe I can claim to have special dietary restrictions in that I'm vegan, but I only eat deer meat.
But you wouldn't call
I can't. I only eat deer.
Deer byproduct.
Deer byproduct.
Well, you know what? I think that the rules, as the way they have been for thousands of years, are boring. So, thumbs up, Missouri. Way to change it so that this is now a huge pain in the ass for everyone. Nice job.
I give it a thumbs up because I like being a vegan who still eats meat. I mean, not meat.
I believe I already voted.
Yes, your vote was cast immediately.
Sorry, I'm splitting my time between paying attention to you guys and watching muted Tombstone on the TV.
Nice.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Right now, Clanton's got a gun to his face, and Wyatt Earp just said, "I'll make a canoe out of your head before something." I don't remember.
Oh man, I'm so glad you have it muted because otherwise, I'm pretty sure CouncilCast would just be canceled because of copyright infringement.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm glad that you have joined us on the council watches TV shows while muted.
It ain't a TV show, dude. That's a movie.
Well, movie. They're movies that are narrated by the cast of CouncilCast.
Oh man, we should do that some episode where we all are watching the same movie together in separate places, muted, and then we all give our running commentary. It's a very different type of CouncilCast episode.
And then the listeners have to guess what we're watching.
Oh, I love it. They'll write in because we have so many listeners. That'd be great.
and then they'll donate to us so that we could actually watch a real movie.
Oh yeah, find us on Patreon. And by that I mean start us a Patreon page.
Seems legit. Do we have any updates on Twitter?
Yeah, they asked us to actually send our stuff in again.
Other
They
than
sent us. Other than the McLovin,
so nothing past the McLovin thing.
not yet. We're cooking up something good. And we're gonna get them to give us our Twitter page back, or we're going to start a new one. It's called CouncilCast 2.0.
Electric Boogaloo.
CouncilCast, we are older than 13.
CouncilCast, definitely older than 13.
CouncilCast, we were older than 13 when we created this.
I wonder if that's too many characters.
It probably is. They recently extended how many characters you can have in a post, though. I don't know about the name.
Yeah, I did see that. I remember when that happened. I was like, this is amazing. I can finally put in hashtags for everything. And then I found out that you're only supposed to do like 1 or 2 hashtags per post. And then I was like, well,
yeah,
why is this long?
Instagram. If you want a lot of hashtags, go to Instagram.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love it. I love hashtags. I'll hashtag everything. Speaking of hashtags, hashtag Xbox hardware subscription is doing something. Blaine, tell them what they've won.
Take it away. So this is, if anybody's interested in buying a new Xbox, you might want to consider this as an alternative option. Microsoft is now offering a Xbox One subscription where you can buy or lease, I should say, subscribe to an Xbox service. And as part of that, you will actually get an Xbox console, and you'll get a subscription to their Xbox Live Gold. And I believe it also includes their Xbox game subscription service as well. The one that gets you access to all of their stuff. So it depends on which version of the Xbox you want. If you want a One X, then it's $35 a month. Or if you want a One S, then it's $22 a month.
So this is just an extension of the you don't own any of your devices anymore.
Kind of, except at the end, you do have to sign up for a 2-year subscription. So I think it all works out. You end up paying like $10 less than if you were to buy an Xbox outright. But at the end of that 2 years, you do get to keep the Xbox.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So it is exactly like leasing a car.
Where's the downside?
You have to pay for 2 years? I don't know.
I mean, most people are going to have their console for more than 2 years anyway.
I would assume so.
And if it's gonna, you said it was $35 a month, so 35 by 24. What?
Yep.
Why would you not choose the option that's less price overall?
Well, plus you get Xbox Live and Game Pass included for free.
Yeah, I don't understand where the downside is. There's got to be a downside.
There is none. They're just locking you into it, I guess.
Locking you into it, and my guess is that they've probably.
How are you any more or less locked into it if you buy an Xbox?
Here's probably what they're doing is they probably have several releases of things that are coming out, and actually that doesn't make sense either, because then you just.
My guess is they're probably going to release a new Xbox next year, and they're going to lock a whole bunch of people into a 2-year subscription, and then they're going to want the new devices when they come out next year, and then they have to wait and then pay even more money for the device.
Are they selling Xboxes at a loss?
I doubt it.
I mean, they probably couldn't they, if they make a shitload of money off game sales?
Oh, I'm sure they could.
Well, I wonder if what they're doing is they're getting people used to paying that monthly, and then they have, I don't know what they have for like an online gaming service that you can download games, or
yeah,
they're basically at that point with games anyway, right?
Yep, the Game Pass is $10 a month right now.
And so I wonder if they're going to have like more add-ons on top of that. And I think that maybe like people have been resisting this pay monthly thing for my video games, and so they're probably just saying, no, this is the only way you get video games is by paying us money monthly.
So what's
I mean, that's
the
okay. If they're going to give me a free hardware, though, to do that, that's not a bad deal.
so what's the pulse on this? What's the rest of the internet say? Like, what does Reddit say? What do some of the major gaming stuff say?
So the thing that the most that I've read about it is that everyone's pretty much, not a bad deal.
Huh.
Like, nobody's in complete outrage as far as I can tell about this, and I think the idea is, like you said, why would you not opt for the slightly cheaper option
I mean,
anyway?
I'm skeptical of things when I can't clearly see their upside.
I think it's kind of like Silas said, though. I think they're getting you used to the idea of subscribing to it, so that in 2 years they have another thing that you just keep paying Microsoft, and they'll just keep sending you hardware and games.
Maybe.
Yeah, they probably have. There's probably like something that they looked at and they're like, you know what? People buy these like right up front, right away, and then it's like hit or miss. So like numbers drop dramatically.
What kind of games they buy afterwards?
The model's been super proven with cell phones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, but that's mostly just pay for the hardware stuff. That's not necessarily. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that if they're paying, but if you get a whole bunch of people who are paying monthly to own this, then you have a longer, more consistent revenue stream. Rather than a hit or miss, like months where, oh, Christmas, everyone bought a whole bunch of.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Is that like you've got more consistent revenue for 2 years? Like, what's the lock-in like? Like, I assume you can leave, but do you have to buy it out?
At the end of in the middle of it, I don't know.
Is it just like the phone plans? Like, I can opt to own the device halfway through, but I have to buy out the plan.
I would assume you'd have to pay it off if you're going to keep the device. I'm assuming you'd have to pay it off.
Well, there's no with like the Project Fi stuff. There's no. I can't just send the phone back if I decide I don't want to be in the plan anymore. Like, I have to buy it out. Like, sending it back and not being on the hook for the plan is not one of the options.
Yep. That's where we were. We just bought ours out when we switched over. I think we bought ours out when we switched over to Verizon. Or we're still paying monthly. Like, they're like, yeah, you can keep your phone and just keep paying us for your phone and switch over to another provider. I think that maybe we're doing one of the two. I don't know.
I should do CouncilCast like this more often. This is super comfortable.
Well, I say good on Xbox. Until I find out why it's awful. Good job, guys.
Yeah, I got no problem with this, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the downside is, but I think that it seems like a pretty cool idea, and I'm sure that they'll just keep you signing up for more stuff when the new devices come out. So, thumbs up, I guess.
Very nice.
Maybe if you wanted to play this, play your new Xbox in the best way possible, you could buy one of these chairs.
Wait,
did you guys see this?
This
Acer's Predator Thronos.
They have a chair now?
They have a gaming chair that literally has you sit in the chair, it has 3 displays in front of you, and it's got all of the controls and everything like that in the armrests, footrests, and a keyboard that pops out from the side.
It reminds me of...
This seems like too much.
It reminds me of the chair from... Did you guys see Ready Player One?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fancy-ass chair that the evil corporate guy had?
Oh, yeah.
It almost looks exactly like that. I mean, not really at all, but it reminds me of that.
It does remind me of that. I'll give you that.
I like that movie.
You did?
Yeah.
I did too. I heard some other people.
I thought it was terrible, actually.
Yeah, I heard some people say that was awful.
I've never read the book, so I don't know.
It absolutely did not match the books whatsoever.
See, I don't care.
The books were way better, as is usual.
That's what
I would
I
say
heard some people say.
if you had not read the books, I think the movie is fun and enjoyable, and I think it makes it easier to watch. But if you've read the books, you probably are not going to be happy watching the movie.
Oh man, Wyatt Earp is pissed that Virgil got himself a sheriff thing.
So would anybody buy this chair?
This chair, how much is it? What are they retailing it for?
They actually have not announced the price yet.
Does the chair have G-Sync?
Probably. Okay. Oh, here's the specs. The chair measures 1.5 meters tall, reclines up to 140 degrees, built-in rumble feature, and it can fit 3 27-inch monitors around you.
Rumble like a West Side Story rumble?
I think not.
With your zip guns?
With the zip guns? I'm going to try to work in a West Side Story reference just about every chance I get.
I'm pretty sure that the chair is just a vibrator. How about that?
It's just a giant, expensive vibrator. Gosh, I just don't game that. I mean, yes, I would buy this, but only to play Rocket League. That's it. No other reason. I'm sure it's affordable, right?
I'm sure it'll be like $20,000.
That's it? Oh, man, I'd get so good at Rocket League if I had this chair. I'm going to tell Kayla I need one. You know what? No, I'm going to give it thumbs down because this is just not a product for me. And so that I'm going to vote it down. It might be a good product for someone else, but tonight I'm feeling selfish. No.
I think this is a little ridiculous. I mean, I'm watching this video of the dude getting in and out of the chair, and it takes like 30 seconds for the chair to close around you.
I mean, if you're getting that good of an experience, though, why am I trying to sell this to you? I already give it a thumbs down. No.
I'm trying to find something good to say about it, but I'm going to give it a thumbs down.
Kind of built like a scorpion. Is that purposeful?
Maybe a predator scorpion. Maybe.
Yeah.
What was Matt's review?
I give it a thumbs down. I'm not. I think it's a bit much.
A bit much.
A bit much.
Well, if you thought that a vibrating chair was all that, what about this guy who showed up at the Berlin airport with a bag of sex toys, and the bomb squad was called?
What?
In the event of a dildo, we always have to imply. A lot of people think that modern bombs tick, but they don't. Ticking bombs haven't been a thing for years. No, modern bombs vibrate.
I really want to see the bomb squad with their remote robot thing, like disarming a vibrator.
9 times out of 10, it's a dildo. But in the event of a dildo, we can never imply ownership. We always have to refer to it as a dildo and never your dildo.
Yeah. Apparently, this guy showed up at the security center, and the security people noticed some suspicious content in a piece of his luggage. Airport employees called the owner over the loudspeaker.
Oh, so this was check luggage. This was not through check.
I mean, are there any, aside from the batteries within, if they're like lithium ion, are there any regulations against transporting sex toys in your luggage?
No, I mean, I can only imagine he had like 1,000 sex toys, and that was what was suspicious.
Doesn't matter. Does it matter?
The number of batteries sitting there all close together, it could have looked like sticks of dynamite.
I mean, you don't know. This dude could be going to a friggin' convention.
Probably was. Probably has a really good story to tell all of his friends as he's handed them out. Here's your party favor.
As far as I know, there's no rule against bringing sex toys anywhere. So
let's Google it. Okay.
I mean, I can't imagine that this was the first time that a security person saw sex toys in a piece of luggage.
I transport. Can I fly with?
My vibrator.
How many sex toys can I fly with? 7 tips for getting your sex toys through airport security. travelandleisure.com. They would know. Whoa. I don't even want to know what those sex toys do. Okay. Choose a small vibrator. Oh, wait. What's this say? According to a recent study, more than 50% of people say they are more likely to be intimate with their significant other while on vacation than they are at home. And it was also revealed that traveling in general can provide a boost in your sex drive. With all your passion brewing, you may want to step outside your comfort zone a bit and bring some adult toys along on the trip. But figuring out how to pack those intimate items is already in an already full suitcase can be a problem, not to mention getting them through security. Handcuff problems, anyone? That's why Travel and Leisure reached out to WeVibe's Global Passion Ambassador, Tristan Weedmark, for her tips on seamlessly getting sex toys through security. Choose a small vibrator, prevent impromptu buzzing. Yeah, modern bobbins don't tick. Bag it. Put it in a clear plastic bag. That way, if TSA screeners do open your bag, they'll be able to see it without having get their hands on it much.
You should just take it out with your 311 bag and put it through the scanner.
Just carry it. Just carry it through.
Put it on your keychain and carry it around. I mean, I guess if you go through the metal detectors, you could just carry your full silicon dildo through there, right?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I mean, that's not going to set off anything except for eyebrow alert from the person working at X-ray security. Yeah. You know what? Wait, did we already get to weird and random shit?
Yep, that's where we are at.
You know what? Good job, Guy. And
this is a great story.
Nice job for bringing the giggles.
I'm going to give it a thumbs down to the security people who thought that a bag of dildos was a bomb.
Hey, better safe than sorry, I guess. Safety first with sex toys, am I right?
Yes. Anyway, the next story is a Bugatti. You guys know the Bugatti Chiron, right?
Yep.
The production car that's super fast, supercar. Apparently, Lego decided that they were going to rebuild the car, a life-size version, 1-to-1 scale of the car, out of Lego Technic pieces. And on top of that, they also wanted it to drive itself. Well, be able to be driven. Let's put it that way.
So these Lego blocks look like Connects?
That's kind of like what the Technic thing is. Yeah, it's not Lego blocks.
Makes sense.
But I watched a couple of the videos. The video of him actually driving is pretty lame.
Because he has to drive really slow. He's driving around in Legos.
Yeah, I mean, literally it drives they reached a speed of 20 kilometers an hour. So 8 miles an hour.
Did they put a real Bugatti engine in it?
No, they actually built a Bugatti engine.
Out of Legos?
Out of Legos.
Oh.
So they took I guess part of, I'm not very familiar with the Technic kits, but I guess the Technic kits have little electric motors in them. And so they actually figured out that they took 2,300 motors and combined them all together to create the engine for the car so that it actually is propelled using Lego Technic pieces without an actual engine.
That's pretty crazy. Think about it. If some kid with rich parents was like, I want to build my own car, there's probably a kit that you can buy now from Lego.
Probably.
It's probably more than actually just buying the car.
They said that, so the car itself weighed over 2,000 pounds because they said they wanted to make the car 90% Lego Technic pieces. So I think the only things that aren't Lego are the wheels, because rubber. And I think they built it on an actual steel frame, but I think everything else is all Lego Technic pieces.
Wow.
It used over 1 million bricks.
That'd be a fun summer project.
Oh, and on top of that, it had a steering wheel that steered, it had door handles that actually worked, and it had the rear spoiler actually moved up and down like it does in the real car.
That's ridiculous.
I'm honestly impressed.
I'm really impressed too. Unless they have, I'm gonna give it a thumbs down though for right now, until I find out that they have a kit that a kid can actually put this together.
I can respect that.
The thumbs up.
I suppose that's only fair. I'm going to give it a thumbs up because I would imagine a kid would lose his mind after putting together a million pieces.
This is amazing. Nice job.
So
nice
actually,
job.
one of the funny things real quick on this guy is that they actually found out they were going to, when they were making the little engine part, they had the gears that the Technic motors have on them. And they found out, they tested a whole bunch of different gears because they thought they were going to need a stronger gear. They found out that the Lego Technic gears on the motors were stronger than some of the other materials that you could have it made out of, like carbon fiber or Kevlar or stuff like that.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's
just
crazy.
I give them a double thumbs up for that.
Yeah, that's worthy of another.
Speaking of cars,
I'll give that a thumbs up. But still, just the car in general, until they have a kit you can buy for the kiddos. Merry Christmas.
So, I guess if everybody drove Lego cars, we wouldn't have to worry about safety anymore. Because according to Elon Musk, if you headbutt a car, it doesn't hurt.
Go on.
Ridiculous.
So apparently, I totally took that out of context. But apparently, Elon Musk was complaining about how slow the factory was for the Model. I'm thinking this was back in the Model S time, and apparently some people wanted to add automatic safety sensors to stop the production line whenever people got in the way. And apparently Elon Musk got angry about that because he didn't want the line to stop. And so he went out on the production floor and started headbutting cars, saying, like, the cars move so slow that this doesn't hurt me. So you guys don't need automatic stops on the production line.
I'm going to go with zero surprise here. This sounds exactly like something Elon would do.
Yeah.
Wow, what a weird dude. Did he get hurt though? I hope like the story ends with him like going to the hospital with a concussion.
He did not.
He didn't go to the hospital for his concussion.
Doing a commercial for Wild Turkey.
Wait, who?
Matthew McConaughey.
Because they're hiring him for all kinds of stuff now.
Apparently.
Everybody likes to see him on TV.
Yep.
Maybe if Elon Musk wanted to sell more Teslas, he would hire Matthew McConaughey to sell his vehicles.
Is that your pitch for him this week?
No, Matthew McConaughey is already selling Lincolns. He can't sell Teslas too.
I think he could do both. He's pretty well diverse man. That might be my pitch for this week.
I was driving a Lincoln far before they paid me to do it.
He could probably say, like, Elon Musk could hire him and say, like, I used to drive Lincolns. I still do, but I like my Tesla better.
But I used to.
He could say, like, this Tesla is just a Lincoln that's made out of electric power.
All right.
This is all right.
Well, yeah, I'm not even going to thumbs up or thumbs down Elon Musk headbutting stuff because that doesn't even deserve a thumb.
I mean, did he successfully prove that it wasn't a big deal, or did he knock himself out?
He did not knock himself out. I think he just proved that it was not a big deal. I don't know.
Gotcha.
I don't think he proved anything, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. I mean, that's essentially Elon Musk's version of saying stop being whiny babies.
Yeah, it is. In his weird, musky way. Well,
so what's your pitch? My pitch was you got to hire Matthew McConaughey to sell your cars.
That's a good pitch. Gosh. My pitch this week for Elon, Mr. Musk, is that you should make your you should make an entire line of Teslas that are only made out of Legos.
Ooh.
So not just like a gimmick, like, oh, a one-off, our car, we were able to make the version of our car out of Legos. Isn't that cool? But no, you make a deal with Lego to only make the next line of the Tesla, like we'll call it Tesla Model L for Lego. And it'll be awesome because you will actually hire children to assemble the cars that will drive. So.
This idea just got a million times better because you could legitimately use child labor by having them put together Legos in daycare.
I think about it. Think about it, Elon. Think about it.
Just think about it.
Think about it.
What's Matt's Elon Musk pitch?
Yeah, I hadn't thought about it.
Obviously, both of us did.
I keep forgetting that I'm supposed to have an Elon Musk pitch.
Sometimes I forget that we're doing CouncilCast. So,
would yours be that he should figure out how to lower the temperature in Arizona?
Yeah, right about now. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. Even the groundwater is hot.
Ugh.
It's like the opposite of Iowa and Minnesota, presumably. Like, if you want cold water coming out of the tap, you turn on the thing and you let it run for a bit until you get that groundwater.
Yep.
If you want cold water out of the tap in Arizona, you take what comes out of the faucet at the beginning because the air-conditioned water is the coldest you're going to get.
Yikes.
That's pretty awesome. Maybe he should build a reservoir in space of to make cold water that they can pipe down to Arizona.
Yeah, that'd give him an excuse to use some carbon nanotube shit, probably. Let's do that.
Plus, he has rocks.
Space water. Yes, space water. Space. I love it. Matt, that's one hell of an invention. Space water.
Good pitch, man.
Thanks.
All right.
Good episode.
With that, I'm going to call the council meeting adjourned. Thank you for listening. We record this podcast live Tuesday nights on YouTube. If you liked what you saw and want to check out all of our past episodes, you can go to councilcast.org. You can also find the audio files on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. If you have a topic you'd like the council's decision on, you can email us at councilcast@gmail.com or connect with us on Twitter when we get fixed at the CouncilCast or Facebook by searching for CouncilCast. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.
Goodbye.